Alright, YouTube, Wade back again. Doing this all by myself, so I don't have nobody to turn it on and turn it off. Today I think we're going to tear the motor out of this thing. So we're going to start taking the body off. Just pull these body posts on the sides. I don't know if I can do it from this side or not. I'm going to try to get. There's one. This one's fighting me. There's all of them. Guess I should have thought this out a little better. Brought me something to put all this stuff in. So we're going to take the body clips off the back. Hold the cage on. Now, I always just take the body clips out that hold the body posts in. And it just comes out all in one piece, like so. Alright, that reveals your put this down under the table for now. Maybe the cats will mess with that and leave me alone. Alright, the next thing you have to do, you're going to have to take the side body post, the side body mounts off. Now, I didn't say this in the last video, but what I do is I take a 3/32 drill bit and I go through all these holes that these body pins go in because they're a little tight from the factory. Makes them a pain in the butt to get out. So, alright, now we got that off. Now, the next step will be take the exhaust pipe off. Now, as I've said before, this is going to be in my parts build, this engine. But I don't plan on running this pipe. I've got a King motor, what they call DDM clone, that I'm going to run. So, get this out. Just a screw, a nut. I pulled it all out because I don't need it. So, now here's your little holder. Holds you into your exhaust pipe. A little warm. Alright, now we're going to take the clip off. This is the clip that holds on your little clamp that holds this pipe together. If we can get it out of here. There's your clamp. So, I always try to put this stuff back together as much as I can. And do it later. So I don't lose any of the parts. Now we're going to try to take this pipe out of here. We're going to thread it right straight through and the pipe's off. Now, this is where it gets a little bit more difficult. And I want to make sure you guys can see. So, we're going to start off by taking these side braces off. There's one on each side. take that body clip out first. It's holding it on. Okay. My cats are being annoying, or my cat, I should say. And now we're going to take the other bolt off over here. Maybe. There we go. It broke loose. One thing I don't like about these Bajas, and what makes the engine so difficult to get out, is, sorry, cat was up on the table, is this little hoop right here, and you gotta, yeah, that's pretty well stuck pretty good. Hope I don't lose that on the process here. We'll try to get it out of here, at least needle nose, see what happens. There we go. Just got a little star washer on it on this side. So we'll do that. Now, this is the reason that everybody says Bajas are a pain in the butt to get the motor out of. You got to flip it over, and then you literally got to take this piece and this body mount off. Or you end up taking the carburetor off the motor, because there's just no other way of getting it. Stupid cat. Any other time it don't want to come to me. We're getting it here. There's two screws that hold these side body mounts on. One of which holds that hoop on. As you can see, it's wiggling. So take the screw out. You got to take them all the way out. And I'll show you why here in a minute. As soon as I get it clear off. Okay, there's the body mount. Whoops. Just lost the spacer. I'll find it later. Okay. Now we'll come back. We'll come around, flip the car around. And we'll continue to try to take this one off. Now this one goes in the top of your clutch carrier. One goes in the top of your clutch carrier. It comes out. It's a long one. And then that's a 4mm, I believe. Now we got to go back down to 3. Stupid body clips. There's another one. Just see, this is one mod I do. I take that hoop out and leave it out. Especially when I'm running. You cannot do it with the buggy cage. But you can do it with like the Roven FT cage, chase cage, cracking cage, all the other cages you can pretty much do it with. It's just the nature of the beast with the buggy. You have to have it because the actual cage itself, the roll cage, actually snaps into that piece. Now I got that out. Shucks, I'm dropping everything. Now, like I say, I always like to try to put these parts, screws back to where I know where they're at. And I'm not using these plastic pieces either. I got them new from DDM, the aluminum ones, which I like a lot better. So now we'll take the rest of this off. You gotta have the big one, it's 4mm. And we proceed to take this off. There's one. Here's the other bracket falling out. And I probably wouldn't be doing this quite like this if it still had fuel in it, or if it had ever had fuel in it. But this one has never had fuel in it, so the screw just does not want to come out. Excuse me. Yeah, you always have these ones. Alright, let's see what we can do about that. Uh-oh. That ain't coming out real easy. Okay, I got that off. That's a help. Whoop, there goes the other part. Alright, now here's your pieces they mount to. Now, like I say, I like to try to put the screws back in so I know where they go. And like I say, we're not going to reuse these pieces, but it'd be nice to keep the screws. Alright, now, that ain't it either. Okay. Yeah, this is a little tight. This one's already still stuck in here. Have to work on that a little later. But there's all the screws, and there's the side body post. And the fight is, this body post is screwed to the chassis. And this goes through here. And in order to get this hoop off, you have to unscrew these body posts. And it just loosens up everything. As you can tell, there's a chassis brace back here. It comes loose also. And you got to put all this back if you want to do it, leave it stock. I personally don't, because I take it off and leave it off. Okay, now the next step in engine removal is we got to take the gear cover off. Okay, take the gear cover off. Just 2 body pins, and it comes off. And then the fun part is to try to get this E-clip off the gear without totally losing it. Which it might be one of them things that I can't. I don't know. Well, let's do this first. It's always easier if you take this wheel off. It wasn't real tight. I don't have any intentions of running it. All right, now. These are always a pain in the butt. Whoa. And that's why right there. Huh. Oh well, I'll find that later. Them clips just go and they're gone. Here's your spur gear. Most of them this one isn't. I don't know. Mostly stock is 5717. Kind of hoping this one is, because this one actually has an upgraded clutch bell on it. Which is a good thing. From what most HPIs have on. And the King motor that I have. I'll show it to you once I get the engine out. It's got a nut that holds it on, and with a big shaft instead of just that little tiny bolt that I'm used to with the other Bajas. So this might be a better deal. Like I say, this is all going in my parts built, so we'll find out how strong it is. It may not be a true test of roving when I get this thing built, but I think it'll be okay. I'm trying to use mostly stock plastic roving parts for it, so Should be okay. And I have looked it over, and appears that the roving stuff's looks pretty stout, so we'll see. Will it hold up to a big bore? I don't know if any plastic holds up to a big bore, to be truthful. It all flexes, I mean plastic does. And I don't know if I would trust it with a big bore in it. Alright, now there's the motor plate. It's off. It takes 4 bolts. One here, 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 and here. Just in them. And I just lost my little rubber thing. So, put that back in. Looks like I didn't have one to begin with. Oh well. Either that or it fell out and I didn't see it. Like I say, this stuff's not getting reused. I'll probably sell it, something. Alright, now, in the brake member, or in the brake caliper, you got one screw that you have to take out. Okay, you take that screw out. That's the front, that's the inside toward the motor. You have to take it out. And that's right here. I'll show it to you better. It goes right in here. Right here in this hole next to your caliper. Now, one other screw holds your engine brace on over here. Okay. And I'm hoping I can just leave this header on this engine up until the point in time where I decide to put it in the other platform. Well, if it ever comes out, we'll be there. There's the other screw. Okay, so basically now, it's warm in this house. Basically now we've got, as far as I can figure, other than maybe the fuel tube, you got to take off, and the other one will take off once we take the engine out. It's up underneath. This is your return line. The clear is usually your return line. Sometimes you want to check. Okay, now I'm going to flip this around so the wheels are against the table so I don't scratch anything. Oh, there's that spacer. There it is. Alright, now we'll flip this up on its end. And let's do one thing first. If we can do it. This is always my favorite part. You gotta unclip the throttle. There we go. Hey, that worked out pretty well. You unclip the throttle linkage. Now we'll flip this platform up. And now there's just 3 bolts underneath. It's got to come out. That's the reason I'm so hard on DDM tools, because I just use them. I guess I buy them to use them. Some of this stuff's Loctited. It was either this bolt was Loctited or it was just in there pretty snug. Now, on this side, there's another spacer that you might want to catch so you don't lose it. And now, for the remainder of the 2 bolts, and this engine ought to just slide out. Hopefully. It's a plan anyway. That bolt was loose as a goose. That thing didn't take no pressure at all to take that out. That ain't good. No way to be, Rogan. I can understand why people lose bolts out of these, and I can understand why there's people that one was tight. Alright, now obviously I'm holding on to this engine, or it'd be flopping on the table right now, I believe. At least that's the plan. Okay, there's the last one. And I'll show you these washers that come with these, and yada yada, and so on and so forth. Let's flip this truck back over. Okay. Now, plan is, now it's going to make me a liar. Nope. There we go. Take your last fuel line off. And there you have it. One engine taken out of the platform. It's not really that hard, just a little time consuming. When it goes back in, it'll be a lot easier. So here's what you have underneath. You got like a comb washer, and you got a screw. You got 2 of those. Then you got a long screw, and you got this little spaced out spacer thing. So, well, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be sure to try to get back with you. If you like what you see, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. It's coming apart. In the next video, I have intentions of tearing the front end off. These videos are running long. I probably should do some lives. So, YouTube, peace out. Until next time.